Okay. All right. So now we're going to go to Miss Catherine. You are on. You are unmuted. So, guys, for those of you who don't know and don't recognize, Catherine is the one that has lost 80 pounds over the last 2 years, something like that. 40 pounds in the last 5 months with this group. So, Catherine, let's have a check-in. What's working best for you? What's worthy of celebration? And what is your struggle this week?
I think I've just been following the plan pretty good this week as far as mostly getting my food in. My sleep's been pretty good. I don't compromise on sleep because I'm very cranky if I don't get my sleep correct. And so that's one area that's like not negotiable for me. And then I got 3 CGs in this week. I was kind of shooting for 4, but at the same time I cut my calories to the 15 to 1700 bracket, and so by the end of the week I was like, I probably shouldn't go for that 4th CG. If I'm going to do 4 CGs in a week, I really think I should be at that 1800 calorie bracket, and I kind of listened to my body for that one. Some things that I want to work on heading into the future is when it's periods of transition, such as the end of the school year and the start of summer, like things mentally just get very wonky because it's a transition and things are changing. And normally I'm very good with change, but if things aren't quite going the way I envision them, that's when I get a little thrown off, and little cheats get snuck in there, and stress keeps me up at night and that kind of stuff. So that's one thing that I want to kind of focus on is when I know a transition is going to be coming, practicing more of the mental health that's a part of this process and doing more positive readings so that I can be kind of prepared for that. Because overall, I think that the plan is kind of second nature to me, and it doesn't necessarily make my weight loss goals suffer, but I think that I would be a better individual if I was more aware of that.
Okay.
Process.
We talked last week about you and Gina partnering up because as school teachers, you no longer have the external influence of your schedule. So what have you guys created as far as a plan of action for that? You have like a daily text ritual, a daily phone call ritual. What are you guys going to do to help yourselves get through the fact that you no longer have an external schedule keeping you on a rhythm?
Well, so I just get distracted. So I like the eating plan. I like
Let me stop 1 second. What do you get distracted by most? What do you find is like, okay, when you say distracted, what is your usual distraction?
My hanging out with friends and family.
Okay. Environment. Right. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, and you watched that video on the power of our influences, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just let that be a reminder to you when you start you start hearing people talking in unproductive ways. Just recognize, okay, maybe I should limit my associations here. It doesn't mean you got to cut people off, but it's like people that you may have spent 2 days with might be a good idea to start spending 2 hours with them instead of 2 days because they do have an influence on us. And it's like the whole idea of that we become the average of the 5 people we hang out with most, which is really cool about what's going on here. There's a whole lot of people that we're influencing each other every time we show up. So, so awesome. Thanks for being specific on that. And that's going to be, it's a big challenge. When we've got people that are not on the path of mastery, when we have people that are really kind of killing themselves with their habits and behaviors, we've got to make some tough choices sometimes. The best of the week, what have you done? Like, what are you the most proud of doing this week?
I've lost 7 pounds. 7?
Okay, that's huge. That's awesome. That's definitely something. Now, let's talk about the action, the activity that led to that 7 pounds.
I'm getting off my butt.
All right. Yes, it's very simple. That's awesome. I've enjoyed your sweaty pictures. So congratulations. Okay, so biggest insights. So what has motivated you to get off your butt, and how has this experience helped you to lose that 7 pounds? Why didn't you do that 2 weeks ago?
I've mentioned it in my post before, that mental fog of just you get up and you're like, oh God, I don't feel like doing anything today. I'm so tired. I feel like crap. I have no motivation. And about day 2, literally I felt like the sun shone brighter, the air smelled better. I thought about taking my bike out to my sister's and just I was like, why not? Just do it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And I haven't felt like that since about 7-8 years ago.
Awesome. That's the compounding effect of everything that we're doing here. The mental, emotional, psychological part of this process. So thank you for mentioning that. It is a very, very big deal. And I wish the rest of the world heard you talk about that. There's so many people that are depressed, that are frustrated, that are angry. And if they would just eat right and move their bodies and sleep, we'd be doing amazing. So thank you. Thank you for that little bit, that little insight. Biggest struggle. What do you think your biggest struggle has been this week?
Biggest struggle is being around my family because they can go out and eat all the fried foods and everything, and my biggest weakness is Asian food.